There.
Hasselbeck, draw play. Alexander, daylight on the left side, cuts it up across the 25 to the 26-yard line. Marcus Stroud, your former teammate, with 4 catches already today. Shaun Alexander pops it to the right side. He's to the 40, to midfield, and gets knocked down at about the 40-yard line.
High motor, high strung, as good a defensive end as there is. Didn't get rid of that ball all the way.
Alexander. First down for the Seahawks, down to the Scott for the Seahawks. Alexander cutting wide. First down and more inside the 10. Finally tackled by the
half hour with his mom last night and get right to the game.
3rd down and 1. Here's Alexander. First down and more into Falcons territory. Finally wrestled out of bounds. 4 wide receivers. They keep it on the ground. Alexander, touchdown. Falcons look like world beaters just 6 days ago. Alexander cuts it back inside on 2nd and 9. First down and more out to the 30. 2 touchdowns on 2nd and 10. Inside handoff. Shaun Alexander. He crosses the 25, picks up.
And their home opener today.
Alexander on 2nd and 4. Picks up another. Seahawks first down out to the... Alexander turns the corner. Inside the 15, down to the 13-yard line.
Alexander dances his way for a pickup of 2, and
they're still having some problems.
Alexander on the sweep with room into open territory and into the end zone.
This is a perfectly designed play. Watch Jurevicius seal right here, and then watch the 2 guards. Right here, Hutchinson kicks out, Chris Gray seals inside, and then look at the hole that Shaun Alexander has to run through. It's just a...
From the 48-yard line, Shaun Alexander. Big run by Alexander.
The field, and then they also blitzed Adrian Wilson off the edge.
Alexander again. Alexander picks up the first down and more inside the 15-yard line.
Blocking fullbacks in the league.
From the 1-yard line, 1st and goal. Alexander, 2nd touchdown of the game.
That was just too easy.
And it gives him a 1st and goal from the 1. Alexander has already scored twice, make it 3 times.
Those sweet feet, a lot like you, Kurt, where he can keep with and stay with those fast speed rushers like a Bertrand Berry, but he's the full package. He's got it all.
This guy's feet have been moving all day long, and this time they move into the open field. Shaun Alexander off to the races. Caught from behind by Robert Griffith inside the 10-yard line. 46 yards on the run by Alexander, who goes over 100 for the day.
Well, they knew that this is what he likes to do. He'll change directions at any time, and they practiced this all week. He just changes directions, and then watch Ingram up top. Turns and gets a block on David Macklin.
3rd and goal. Alexander cuts it back, touchdown number 4. Big day for Alexander. 137 yards on the ground and 4.
Alexander with a gash. There goes Alexander. Pushed out of bounds at the 25-yard line by Sean Taylor. That was the run that Mike Holmgren and this offense were looking for.
Boy, what a block by Steve Hutchinson right here. Watch this hook block. This is a picture-perfect reach block. You get a kick out here by Hannum, creates the alleyway for Shaun Alexander. Look at Hutch in that reach block. That's just picture-perfect. That's the way you draw it up in terms of the run. Look at that.
49 touchdowns. Alexander, and he's in. Touchdown, Seahawks.
And that's the reason why right there. A quarterback is always successful in the red zone if he can run the football. And this is uncharacteristic going over here to the right side of the offensive line. The money side has always been the left side. Here they just get good down blocking. Max Strong nice inside. Steve Hutchinson pull.
Alexander with a nice move. Just enough to give himself some room. And another Seahawk first down. Tim, he put a nice move on it too.
Yeah, he did. Got to watch that belt buckle, man. You know that.
Sometimes that belt buckle is moving awful fast. Like Alexander's belt buckle is moving down the field toward the end zone. Another great run. And another first down.
See, that's it. You get guys on the ground, and that's what they've been able to do here. Anytime Shaun has had positive yards running, you see white shirts on the ground. Good job by Seattle chopping those guys down.
Goal from the 1. The pitch to Alexander. Cuts it back. Easy touchdown.
The cutback by Shaun Alexander. Watch him stretch the defense here. They think he's going to go outside, and then look at all the room inside. He just plants that left foot and turns it upfield. It's a great job by Alexander. The league in rushing.
Gets it again. Big hole. Alexander out to midfield. Rotating with Sean Locklear, who's in now on third down as the Seahawks give it to Shaun Alexander. And Alexander will pick up the... Shaun Alexander with a hole. Alexander's second effort into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Just follows Max Strong, number 38, to the edge. Max Strong, one of the best blocking fullbacks in the league, and you can see there's nobody out there. And then now he makes Mike Furry, number 25, miss. Then he just takes it into the end zone. He is very tough. Look at Jeremy Urban. He's a guy that just came back this week. He's downfield fighting, making a block, and does just enough on Corey Ivy to allow Shaun Alexander to just run through him into the end zone.
Alexander with a... Shaun Alexander breaks the tackle, and Alexander out near another Seahawk first. 2:51 remaining. And they do hand it off to Alexander. Alexander bouncing it outside. Shaun Alexander down the sideline inside the 20.
And look at the pace that the Seahawks are using offensively.
They're really getting to that line of scrimmage. Alexander, nice cut. Gets a block downfield. Shakes a tackle. 10, 5. Alexander inside the 5. Stopped by Marcus Coleman. Gain of 21, Paul.
This is what he does. He goes into that hole, Shaun Alexander, and he really stops Cole. Watch him stop right now. Now he's back to the outside and he's full speed. Here's the moves he makes. He gets blocking downfield from Peter Warwick, number 81. But watch how he stops. He stops. Now he's back to the outside. And look at the speed and the power.
He also got a block downfield.
Now knocking on the door. The Texans have not led the ball game all year. And Alexander muscles his way into the end zone.
Mark, he ran right on his strength and his power. Coming up right at you. There's 42. Watch him go down. He just runs right through him.
Good job by that offensive line, too.
He says people tell him if you gain 10 pounds, you can run over anybody. Then somebody else comes along and says, if you lose 10, you can outrun everybody. He's got a nice balance. Shaun Alexander, the only setback. He gets the ball. Alexander, touchdown.
Now, how long was that drive? That was 90 what?
96 yards.
That's it.
That's just pure power by Shaun Alexander, getting in one turnover in 5 football games.
Get 24 from your quarterback, not bad. Alexander takes it outside. What a move! Dives for the end zone. No out of bounds at the...
If he plays this thing out to the end of the year.
Tight formation, Alexander, touchdown. The third rushing touchdown of the night for Shaun Alexander. And jerking on. Alexander straight up the middle. I really like Charlie Anderson's move after the sack. Just got up, dusted himself off. Alexander breaking tackles, touchdown. That's his 4th rushing touchdown in his tight end Ryan Hand.
With Alexander, look at this blocking to the outside. They just seal everybody in. Alexander breaks it to the outside, and all he has is C.C. Brown, the safety, to beat.
And Leonard Weaver, number 43, does an excellent job as well. And
How many times?
The Cowboys lead 7-3. 2nd and 7. Alexander busts one, and his best run of the day will net Fajita way past the 5-yard limit. And the handoff to Shaun Alexander, who breaks it. Alexander, who's been magic in the red zone, gets inside the 15-yard line.
Alexander checks back in. They'll go to Alexander. He gets through that hole somehow, and he's out to the Cardinals 25.
Umbrella coverage on the back end for the passing game.
They'll go with the draw. Alexander's got some room. Alexander down to the 8-yard line. Dockett. 2nd and 10. Alexander on a breakout. Alexander looking for the end zone, and he's inside the Cardinals' 5-yard line.
Guys like Jeremy Urban run 9 routes on you down the sideline for 46
That's
yards.
Right. No disrespect to Jeremy, but Jeremy's a backup receiver coming in. You got to be able to shut those guys down. And they can't shut this guy down. Alexander. He's looking for the house. And this is why the Seahawks have to pay him. 88 yards right out of the gate for Shaun Alexander. And whatever went on in that bathroom, maybe he needs to go back up in there and come back out.
Well, you remember the play they ran earlier, and that was just unbelievable right there. It's the same scheme, but it's to the other side. They will down block with Stevens right here. Watch this crushing block here. Nice kick out by Locklear on Dansby. It's going to create a huge alleyway for Alexander. Then he just cuts off that lead block by Max Strong. Now it's off to the races. Eyes in the back of his head. Watch right here. Just enough feeling Adrian Wilson.
In the league.
Got to talk about the blocking up front. Jeremy Stevens, 86. Watch him chop down Antonio Smith. Locklear is going to kick out on Dansby. Max Strong is going to lead it up inside. 3 really, really good blocks. I mean, you just don't draw it up any better than that. And then it's the vision of Shaun to cut all the way back against the grain, and he's off to the races.
Another good cut back inside on Antonio Smith, the D tackle.
How about that little move to the left right there? Oh, that's a non-play. Owning the line of scrimmage right now.
Hasselbeck using all the play clock, and this will be pay dirt for Alexander. His 2nd touchdown of the day.
Blocking today, and there's good blocks across the board by all of these guys, but I want you to watch Jeremy Stevens. We've seen him knock defensive linemen off their feet all day. Watch this.
And what does it do? It cleans it up.
It opens up that backside. What do I always say with the zone running game? You better stay.
Alexander following a block, getting some room. Shaun,
I run the ball.
1st and goal. Alexander loves this part of the field, and there's touchdown number 15 for Alexander.
Oh, no question about it. This is what I mean about just knowing how to get to the end zone. You see Pisatina Isamoa turns him in, but then he jumps right back to the outside.
Best record, he says, yeah, Dad, I can't wait till you come and visit.
Oh, Dad's going to like this. Shaun Alexander in the open field.
And then most of them were done because of missed tackles. Watch, it's just that stretch play. He cuts it back, missed tackles right there. And then right here, Mike Furry, the free safety, he misses him, and now he's got a huge gain. That cutback right there and missed tackle when you get the best in the business, and if nothing's there, he's bringing it backside.
Alexander, 104 yards rushing, 1 touchdown, 2 touchdowns.
And Matt Hasselbeck does a great job. You see how the Rams are overloaded over here, and then he sees Adam Archuleta and how light the Rams are to the left. So he just audibilizes from the play. You see he's looking at it. He sees Adam Archuleta, points him out, and now they run the play back to the other side where the Rams don't have enough guys over there to stop the play.
Big question as Alexander goes out on 3rd down. Shaun Alexander gets the first down.
Man-to-man coverage.
Alexander gets away. Shaun Alexander keeps the chains moving. He picks up 10. This is a 4th chance at it, needing a yard. Alexander outside, 1st down and more. Give him the touchdown.
We talked about his speed. It's deceptive. All they want to do is get a 1st down here. Look at him, just a dive. He slides to the outside, and now he just runs away from everybody. They think he's going to go inside, slides it out with those great feet, that vision, and next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
Shaun Alexander going fishing after that one.
He's reeling it in.
There it is. Back to you, Kurt and J.C. Pearson.
All right, TB, we've got a first touchdown of the day. Shaun Alexander, his 18th.
Let's go back to that last touchdown, and Chris Gray does a great job of sealing, and then watch Sean Locklear come and lead through and just open up a huge hole for Shaun Alexander right there. And again, he just breaks a tackle, and he just...
Shaun Alexander stretched out, but gets around the corner. And Alexander picks.
Today he hasn't done very much at all, and this offense is stalling a bit.
Alexander stutter steps, finds open room. Spins! Shaun Alexander forced out inside the 25, but it looked like they had him stopped.
To do all those things, you can see he's just going to come through. Great job right there finding the hole, but look at the missed tackles. One right there, then he spins off of Shante Spencer, and now what would have been a short gain is now a huge gain, and now they're on the 25-yard line.
Shaun Alexander up, over, touchdown number 19. They didn't even try and make a secret out of it, did they?
Probably the best left side of an offensive line in the league. Just a simple dive play, and look at those guys. And then they got big pork chop Womack in there also. He's an extra blocker, and it's a lot of guys over there. And Shaun Alexander, he doesn't need a whole lot of room to get in.
Michael is in, and Seattle with this drive, which is the opening drive of the game, and now down to the 1-yard line. Goes about that. He said after about number 20 is when I really get going. This is his 9th carry already. When he really got going after 8 tonight, as he gets. Can Alexander get his 21st touchdown of the season? And 21 touchdowns.
Right, you know, they're balanced right and left, but when they get down here and they really need it, and he's going to score touchdowns, most of the time it'll be running, and that's not bad running.
I would guess that's going to be the play. Well, they're going to send him on a sweep instead. To the outside he'll go. When he turn the corner, yes he can. Touchdown Alexander. His 2nd of the night, his 22nd of the fullback.
Max Strong in the left guard, number 76. You see Steve Hutchinson pull there, turn up right there, make the block, cut Simino off, and that's what lets Shaun Alexander get.
Very, very good blocker and can catch a little bit as well.
The quick flip to Alexander looking for the edge. Bust through somehow, and he's got the first. The 49ers look like they did
on this defense. It's Derek Smith.
Alexander looking for the cutback. He's got more than a cutback. He's out close to the 45 and a first down. Let's go down to
their team, and against the opposition, 22 false starts for the opposition, the most in the NFL when they come to Seattle.
We talked about that noise, and there goes Shaun Alexander. And Alexander will call out the formations for him. You know, they'll be going over things, and she'll give him the formation, and he has to call out the play. That guy doesn't need any help with anything. Shaun Alexander, my bad. What you won't do. Tell me the mistakes you won't make from here on. Shaun Alexander, no mistakes in his game. 2nd and goal. Alexander, touchdown.
Good job by everybody, in particular Robbie Throwback right here on Anthony Adams at the center position is just going to get him going one way and then just going to stay with it. See him just stay with him and just put him on his back big time.
In the Giants game,
And that's Alexander. Alexander with a breakout already. Shaun Alexander. The first down, making his bid for an MVP. And this guy here is making a bid for an MVP. Shaun Alexander with a huge run. So the 20, 15 out of bounds at the 12-yard line of the Tennessee Titans. And he came into today's game just short of the rushing title thanks to Tiki Barber, but that might help get it back.
Anytime you see a running back cutting back, look at the backside defensive tackle. Does Haynesworth get too far up the field to open this crease up for Shaun Alexander? That's actually a pretty good job squeezing right there, but there it is. A couple of missed tackles, a bad angle by your safety and Tank Williams. And Shaun just glides now. When he gets in the open field, his vision is terrific. He can cut back against the grain running. He's faster, too, than for his guy for picking that up.
First and goal, Alexander, and he'll just walk in. Touchdown, Seahawks. 24th in the first.
A couple of good blocks. Ryan Hannum is an underrated blocker here at tight end. He's going to get a good seal. Then you're going to see the linebacker step up. You're going to see the puller come around in the running back and get a spot on him there. You see the good block by Max Strong once again. Yeah. You get a good kick out. You get a good block.
With consecutive 1,600-plus yard seasons, and there he goes again. Another big breakout run for Shaun Alexander, padding that 1,600-yard mark. $32 yards.
I'd like to know what the defensive end here is doing. I think it's Odom. He ends up the field. Shaun just runs right by him. Oh, Locklear was hanging on to him. That's what happened. And then Shaun gets out there, makes a couple guys miss, and then there's his vision. Yeah, Locklear held on to Odom just enough.
It's a little more than a handshake. And Alexander breaks it from the 5. He's down at the 3. So, first and goal to go for the Seahawks. It's Alexander in, standing up.
Mike Holmgren told us he's an open field runner, and this year, much better in tough situations.
Seattle second down and 8 with Alexander breaking it to the outside. Look at him bounce off the first hit for play. They need 1 yard for the first down. Who else? Alexander has it. And another 5.
A superstar like he is.
The quarterback that knew when he was in the 5th grade. He gives it to Alexander. He's got the outside, and the Colts bounce him. They're going to say step down.
Who played against Shaun Alexander many times when he was at Alabama, and after the game he says to him, "Man, you've gotten faster." I don't know if he's gotten faster, but good blocking up front, and he just continuously gets around defenders and then outruns them. This is another good example. First down on the
majority of the time by a lot, resulting in touchdowns. Could have another one here. Alexander indeed is in for his second touchdown of the game.
It was impressive. Matt Hasselbeck looks left, doesn't like it. Over the middle. Next receiver, third, and then let me go out here. Again, the eyes, the footwork, a perfect spiral, easy for sure.
A #1 network. Final 2 minutes, third quarter, and Shaun Alexander, look at the cut, and almost able to get the leg
that would force him out.
To tie the record, Alexander is in. Touchdown number 27 of the season. To the music, Sweet Home Alabama. That former Alabama Crimson Tide running back, all-time rusher, carries off. Few opportunities for people to see his stuff on a regular basis.
You're right, Jim. Good little run there inside. He's just a running back, and we've said so many things about him today. He just knows how to fall forward. And you mentioned he just copied a lot of runners when he was growing up.
Marcus Lambeau Field. First down for the Seahawks at the 15. Alexander cuts it back inside the 5, down to the 3. Alexander wide open, The record is yours. Shaun Alexander with his 28th touchdown of the season, most in a single campaign in NFL history.
And what a great block by Max Strong.
That's right.
That's all they do. Watch, this is Max Strong right there. Watch him lead weak and take out Nick Barnett right there. And now the rest is easy for Shaun Alexander. He just jogs into the end zone and into history. But again, Max Strong, that's why he's going to his first Pro Bowl, because
see what he thought he saw.
2nd down and 9. Alexander trying to get to the edge. Shaun Alexander.
That's why he's got the touchdowns he's got this year.
Here's a shot for Alexander, and he's in. Touchdown, Seattle.
Hasselbeck to run and still pick up the first down.
First down from midfield, Alexander. Has been a factor in this game, already over 50 yards in this first half. Has a touchdown, he has a big hole to run through. Down inside the 30, inside the 25 to the 22. What a move he put on Will Witherspoon. Picked up a first down, now gets it again. Running right through this Carolina defense. Balanced attack. They hand to Alexander, trying to make something out of the play, and he does. Wow. That's how you end. It's 1st and goal. Alexander's going to get another.
Rushing first down. They had 8 through the air. Now you've got Alexander to the short side of the field, and a little bit of what has made him the rushing champ and the league MVP in evidence.